Hello everyone and welcome back to some Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Without Spirits and Without the Skill Tree. Visit part 21, so let's go. And as you just saw, I've been fighting this boss for quite some time now. So how did I eventually take him down? Well, that's with Simon. And why Simon, you might be wondering? Well, it's because of his projectiles, the cross and the axe. These are so good because they have a huge amount of damage. I mean, you can see how far his health bar drops. And plus they're pretty good for Dracula's second phase. And the axe is especially good for his first phase, as you can hit him basically anywhere on the ground. Whether you be far apart or right next to him. Your attacks will hit, most of the time. Another good thing about Simon is he can take a bunch of hits. I've even gotten him up to about 300% before he eventually died. So he's pretty durable, which is a big help in this boss. Because some of his attacks do up to 100%, so that's fun. But thankfully we've almost taken him down to his second phase. We have to avoid some fire spires. And with a couple more axes, he goes down for the count. One more attack, and there we go. Now, the second phase. What's there to say? 1. His attacks do a ton of damage. I mean, that attack just did 50% right there. Also, while it might look like he attacks slow, later on, he will attack a lot faster. It's sort of his replacement for how the first phase of a boss would actually attack with 2 attacks once he got down to low health. So, yeah. It's kind of annoying. What else to say? Oh yeah. You know how you like to use a shield in this fight? Guess what? He doesn't like that. So you know what Dracula does? He just destroys it and makes you stunned for the next 10 seconds. If you're lucky. And normally he'll go ahead and ignore you sometimes. Like I've had it where I'll be able to recover out of the shield break. And sometimes he will go ahead, get right next to you, and then just do his most powerful attack. Those times are fun. But here we are. You have to dodge a bunch of those giant blue flames. And those are probably one of his worst attacks, as you have to double jump directly over it. And it comes out pretty fast. So before you realize it, you have been blown across the screen. And if you get hit by it, it'll either break your shield or send you completely off the screen, even if you're on the opposite side. So you have to be extremely careful. That attack that he just did, the purple spirit flame, is probably one of his weaker attacks, just with the orange flame that he'll spit sometimes. Just don't get hit by it, and you might be able to get a free attack in. And as you can see, because of Simon's projectiles, we're actually able to do damage to him instead of having to deal with his claws, which are a major threat in this fight. I mean, that's like 90% of his moveset right there, so if we can avoid that, that's pretty good. So, it's a lot of RNG honestly though, because he'll be hopping around the entire arena. Especially now that he's at low health. As you can see, he's going to jump, he's going to go ahead and attack immediately, not giving you any break in order for your attack. Then he's going to attack again, before attacking again. And sometimes he'll even attack while another attack is going on. Like if he's shooting a purple flame, he might still attack with his claws. So, it's a pretty harsh state. But with a lot of attempts, we are finally able to take the boss down. And yeah, this is going to be it for this episode because this thing took me probably about 7 hours total. So, we finally have done it. And I'd like to say thank you all so much for watching. And I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.